There, guys and gals, what is up? And welcome to our Sunday Sims build. It's end of the week already. Well, I should say the beginning of the week, I guess. For those who have to go back to work on Monday, which of course always sucks. Anyways, we are going to jump into I guess it's considered part three of our winter build series. Like I said, when we first started doing this, that we're going to do two builds during the week instead of just the one. So we're going to do one on Sunday and one on Wednesday. The one on Wednesday is actually off camera, but it will be uploaded to YouTube. And I just actually uploaded one yesterday night around midnight. So if you get a chance, jump over to my YouTube channel and check that one out. It's actually three storefronts and two apartments. So it's kind of like a Main Street setup. It's actually really nice. It's a coffee house, a ski and snowboard shop, and a laundromat. So if you get a chance, jump over and check those out. And yeah, actually turned out pretty good. Like I said, I spent a lot of time on them this past week. Ran some ideas. I definitely am gonna do some celebrity or famous houses, some Christmas movies. On Wednesday, we are going to be doing the Griswold house from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That one's actually taking a lot of research because there are a lot of nice then and now photos of what the house looks like. And it did change a little bit, but not too much. So, but with that being said, let's jump into tonight's build and get started. So, as usual, when I do my streams for these builds, I usually do the shell, and we usually just build from the inside out. I don't put the siding or anything on until the very end and stuff like that, like the finishing touches. I did do the landscaping. I probably will be doing the landscaping, I should say, throughout this series as well, because only the snow is very hard to see in, obviously during the day, so you can't see like the grid lines or the placement or anything like that. So, um, well, like I said, we'll be doing the landscaping as well. But yeah, if you take a look around, this is kind of the house for tonight. We're going to be working with. I guess you could say it's a tiny house. It doesn't look tiny, but in the inside it will be once you see what it looks like. There's a first floor and a second floor. This is actually kind of neat because there's no stairs. There's just a ladder. So basically, it's going to be kind of like a loft type of setup with a fairly large bedroom. We may end up making this a second bathroom up here. This little offset right here, this dormer. I haven't decided yet, and we haven't put the windows and stuff on yet. So we're going to be doing that as well. So that's kind of what the layout looks like. I said I'll give you guys another quick glance at it. So my thoughts on this are, so of course this is the back porch right here when you come in. Or I should say the front porch. And when we come in, this is gonna be like a little sitting area or dining room, etc. And then this is gonna be like the kitchen area and like a breakfast nook. And then this little skinny hallway, believe it or not, is gonna be one of the bathrooms. It's just gonna be like a shower and a toilet. And then this is gonna be the living area. So again, it's very small. It may not look like that from the outside, but it kind of is. So let's jump into this and get started. I think we're gonna start with the foyer this time because I know usually when I do these I start with the kitchen just because it's a little bit easier sometimes, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. And as always, I always put these saucer lights in just because they're a little bit easier to maneuver around and easy to provide light. So let's figure out what we're gonna do with this. I think we're gonna kind of follow the same pattern. Like I said, we're gonna keep the paint and everything pretty much the same. I think we're gonna keep it throughout the entire house just because it's gonna be easier that way. And I think it would be keep more things keep things looking nice. So, but yeah. So I hope you guys had a great week. It's like I said, Sunday again. Not really looking forward to Monday, that's for sure. No one really is, I don't think, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things that have to do. So. We actually have an office Christmas party coming up this week, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's gonna be on Friday. Um, the company's taking us to like a local restaurant type place, so that should be interesting. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the entryway there in the living room the same as far as the wallpaper and stuff goes, or I should say the painting and everything. So that way it's not as stressful trying to pick out which one we're gonna use. And we're gonna try and make this a little bit as rustic as possible, just because it's it's an older house, so we're gonna do that. But let's see which one of these. I think I'm gonna go with this one, and I think we'll carry that into the living room as well. And then what I'm gonna do here at this angle piece, I'm actually gonna do that. right now so I don't forget. Otherwise, I will, and it'll look kind of goofy. So we're gonna put an archway there, I think. That way you can kind of go in from the living room to the dining room, or the living room to the entryway slash dining room. It's gonna be kind of like a combination of both. This may be for like a younger person, etc. Because obviously maybe someone that's older would of course not have an easy time getting up those stairs or that ladder for sure, because it's a little steep going up there for needless to say. So we're gonna put that there, and we're gonna do one for the kitchen as well. The one for the kitchen is gonna go right there, so it's gonna be both at an angle, and then we'll just put like some kind of table or something right there. So there's that. Let's see. And of course, this is gonna have Christmas decor in it because we're gonna continue with the theme, of course, and that's for sure Christmas. So let's I'm trying to see here. I always keep notes and things like that when I do these builds, only because I like to keep things organized. I'm just trying to see here. I think what I'm gonna do too is on this outside here. I think I'm gonna put like a push out, I think it's called, where it kind of like comes out and you can kind of sit there. So I'm just trying to see which one. So a lot of this stuff we'll probably be using from the get together pack, which is kind of like, I guess you could say it's kind of rustic type stuff. So we're gonna do that. Okay, what is this? Why is it not letting me do that? All right. Not enough room for windows. Why is there enough room for windows? That's so weird. Okay, that's interesting. So it seems like every time we do these builds, we have a problem with the window placement. I don't know why. It's because the move objects one is on, but anyways, that's what it looks like. That's what we're kind of going for. I don't know if I should come down a little bit more. There we go. Because we want a ground level so you can actually sit in there. I have to move some of these trees, or adjust them, I should say. All right, so that looks good. That works. And back in this corner, I think we're gonna put I'm trying to think what we're gonna do here. Maybe a bookshelf or like a china cabinet. I think we'll do a bookshelf. Just trying to see which one we want to do. I want something that looks old and rustic for sure. That does not look. It looked like it from the inside or from the outside, I should say. Maybe we try and search the get together pack. We'll find. See, I want something that takes up a lot of that space, and I'm not sure which one. All right, you know what? That looks good. That'll work. Has a little extra space there on the sides, but that's okay. We're not gonna get too picky with it because otherwise we'll be sitting here for hours just trying to do that. And I think I'm gonna do. Let's see for curtains. Let's see what we can find. We're not gonna go like overboard with this like we did the other one for Christmas. It's gonna be kind of mediocre. I guess I don't know if that's the right word for it. Um, it's not. It's gonna be toned back a little bit. It's not gonna be as busy as the last one because the last one was like Christmas overload. Like I said, we don't go hog wild with it. You know what I mean? So I want to do something a little Little creative. I know there's ones, of course, with the leaves and stuff on. I'm just trying to remember which one, which one that was. Yeah, definitely can't do that. That's not gonna work. Oh, which ones were they? The problem is we're gonna have to make them really large. I don't wanna. All right, there we go. So that's what we're gonna have to use. I know they have only certain ones are wide. They're like 3 tiers, or I should say 3 windows wide. I think we'll go with those ones. We don't want fall, obviously, because fall's over with. See, look at us. We're already indecisive when it comes to the drapes and stuff. It's crazy. All right, so just for the purpose of this, we're actually going to use this one. So I think that's good enough. And then we're going to put, like I said, this is going to be our dining area because this is a small house. We don't want to crowd it too much. I kind of like that just because it kind of has that lip to it. Yeah, we'll do that one and then change it up if need be. Just trying to see which one. Kind of want something that looks old, a little rustic. But we want to kind of match them. If I want something a little bit darker than that. All right, I think that's close enough. Otherwise, we're gonna fuss with it. It's not gonna look right. So we're gonna go with that one. I don't know if there's any, if we can put pillows or anything. It's one of those moments I kind of wish I had. I started playing this on PC instead because we could definitely do some custom content and really go hog wild with it. That sucks. I kind of wish we'd kind of put stuff on that pillow thing, but apparently we can't. So, all right, well, forget that idea. Guess we're not going to do that. So let's see. Holiday. Not sure exactly which one I want to do. We use this one a lot, so I want to keep using it over and over again. I kind of like that because it looks like it's wrapped around the curtain rod a little bit. So we'll go with that one. And then let's see if we can find. So I know there's certain candles that I was looking for before. They were glass ones. Question is, as always, will I be able to find them? Probably not. And like I said, I don't want to spend 3 hours looking for a set of candles. That's for sure. Guess we can do that one. There we go. All right, so there's that portion. Let's turn around and do the entry. So this is going to be our front door. And like I said, this is kind of like a rustic cottage. It's going to feel like. So we're going to give it something from the. We'll stick with the get together pack. I think there's a stone one. Here we go. This is the one I was. This is the one I was looking for. I think that's perfect for that. Yep. Awesome. All right, so we're just gonna adjust this because it's. There we go. Why is. So when we made the porch, I forgot to make the adjustments for the platform because otherwise everything's gonna be stepped down. Which I don't know, maybe a sunken kitchen isn't a bad idea. Actually, you know what? Not the kitchen. We're gonna do that to the living room, I think. We're gonna make a sunken living room. I never really did that before. I never used that feature before because I mean all you really do is just basically step it down and then yeah, that looks good. And then like I said, you don't really have to adjust any part of the house anymore. The upper floor should be good. I think everything else is okay as far as this room goes. Because this is, like I said, this is going to be our very small bathroom. So sometimes you just got to make little adjustments like that for the height. So let's. Do I want to do brick? I was thinking actually. I'm just thinking outside my head. Do I want to maybe do brick for this wall? Kind of like an accent wall. We don't want it to be. I don't want it to look like a city, like that one, for example. I know there was one on here I saw. I'm not sure. Hmm. I think we'll do that. That looks fine. That looks kind of makes it look kind of rustic and old fashioned. Let's see, where's our holiday rug? Put that in front of the door. So I was doing a little searching today as far as new TV series and stuff that's coming out shortly, and I guess Peacock's releasing a Crystal Lake series. I hope it's not as bad as it when it came out in the '90s. It was kind of like the I forget the name of the one horror series. It's like, oh darn it, I'm having a brain fart already. Not good. Oh, Tales of the Crypt. There we go. Yeah, it was kind of like a Tales of the Crypt type show. It wasn't that great. It got crappy ratings. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how long it even lasted. If it was only a couple series or a couple seasons, I mean. I think it was only like maybe two or three. And I saw that at a garage sale months ago, back in the summertime, and I was gonna buy it, but then I decided, you know what? I'm almost embarrassed to keep that in my collection. All right, so there we go. So we're not gonna spend too much time with clutter because maybe this is like somebody with a little bit of not a lot of money or something like that. You know what I mean? So we want to keep it realistic as possible. Because like I said, I don't think a senior citizen would be living here just because of the loft setup, as the ladder and stuff like that. That probably wouldn't go too well. Of course, like I said, we'll be changing out the lights and everything here in a minute. But I think I'm gonna try again to see if I could put something. Oop, there you go. I don't know if it's gonna let us put. Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't let you do that. All right, so let's figure out this lighting. So I think I'll put sconces, like old sconces on here. That's exterior. I don't want that. Something something like this, I would imagine. So I just want to make sure they're like the right height. I don't want one to be lopsided or I think that's okay. All right. So we're gonna get rid of these. I'm trying to see what I had drawn out for this because I know I had something written down, but I'm not sure what it was for the lamp or for the light. I mean that's not too bad, but it's not enough lighting. I don't think it's bright enough in there. Kind of like the candle one, except it hangs a little low there. I don't know if it's just the way it looks because of the chair. I hope that works out. These ceilings are short. So that's not bad. All right. Let's see. Objects, living room. Maybe put a console table there because the Christmas tree is going to go in the living room. It's not going to go. I was going to initially put it out here. I guess that would be bad because it's a rug rack. My grandma had something like this at her house. She used to make quilts and stuff like that. So I remember she used to drape her quilts over top of that. But of course, that was called a quilt rack. It wasn't a rug rack. Oh, let's see here. I will say these historical type pictures are really cool. I've used these a couple times. It actually fits there perfectly. You could do the people walking one. You could do like that one. Okay. So let's Nutcracker even has a name, Boris. Boris the Nutcracker. There you go. All right. So room number 1 is complete. So it's like our little dining room area, hall area, whatever you would like to call it. And then you could do like a little bird's eye view. Oop, see what it looks like. So, but all right. So let's move on to the living room. I'm trying to see what references I had because, like I said, when I do these builds too, I usually have like my tablet set up and everything, and I kind of just look for ideas and stuff that I was gonna do. So I think too. So what I want to do is I should have put the windows in, and I didn't put the window in yet. So this is gonna be, now that I mention it. So this is kind of funny. I do jump back and forth a lot. So we're gonna do like an accent wall there. But let's see, windows wise, we're gonna stick with the get together pack just because, like I said, this is the windows and stuff in here are kind of interesting. They look kind of old fashioned, I guess you could say. I'm just trying to match everything else as far as the woodwork and stuff, like the pillars here and that. So I think that looks good. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to get an idea because obviously we want to put drapes and stuff up there. So I wanted to see what it was going to look like uh, when I put drapes and everything up there. So let's. All right. So I think what we're going to do. So this corner, let's start over here because this is going to be actually. Let's get rid of those lights. We're going to put one of these. Like I said, we're going to keep with this chandelier just because I kind of like this design. All right. So let me see What did I have? I'm trying to think what I had planned for this. I had an idea in my head and I completely forgot what it was. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the bricks on this window, or I should say on this wall. Because if it's a brick wall, we want it to be obviously brick through and through. I think that one looks okay. I didn't want to use the city one because the city one it has like scratches and stuff all over it and everything like that, and that's generally not how we want that to look. So let's see which couch. I think I have an idea which one I'm gonna use because like if this person likes arts and crafts or whatnot. I was gonna use something a little bit nicer for this one, but I think I'm gonna use. Come on. Sometimes that search feature is a little wonky. All right, there we go. So this is the one that I was looking for. I love this one. I don't know why. I think it's just because the pillows and stuff on it. And like I said, unless you have custom content, there's really not a lot of pillows to work with. So we're gonna go with that one. And then let's see what we can find for artwork. So I can't remember the name of the artist, but of course it's the Dogs Playing Poker. I think it was. I think they have that Dogs Night In. Here it is. I never really got a chance to use this. I was going to use it in a bar. I think the one time I didn't do it, so we're gonna use it on here. There you go. Now let's spin around here real quick and do the drapes because, like I said, sometimes I get really picky with the drapes and don't know which one I want to put in there. Okay, so those are too tall. Oop. Too big. Like the porridge and the Three Bears would be just right. All right, so I think these are the ones. So while we're looking for these, I was sitting down and watching with my girlfriend the Santa Claus series on Disney Plus. It's of course the movie with Tim Allen from back in the day. Basically, I won't go too far because I'm gonna give it away if anybody wants to watch it. But anyways, he's actually retiring from being Santa Claus and has to find a replacement. So um, he does find one. It's actually a pretty well-known actor. I'm not gonna say who it is. And he has a couple guest stars come in to interview for the position. It's hilarious. But anyways, it's actually not too bad. I think there's 5 episodes so far. I don't know how they're releasing them. If it's like every Friday or every Tuesday or how they're doing it. Um, but anyways, it's actually not bad. It's pretty good. I mean, I was always a fan growing up of those movies and stuff like that. When my mom was alive, we used to watch those all the time. So that was kind of our thing. My dad tried to avoid the Christmas movies as much as possible. He wasn't a big fan. But yeah, it's a pretty good series. Just trying to think of anything else that I'm watching that might be of interest. Um, finished Jeffrey Dahmer, of course, a while back. We finished that already. That was, of course, interesting. I guess that's a good word for it. Um, Other than that, there's nothing really else that I'm watching, to be honest with you. I've been trying to get caught up on my list, which, oddly enough, I should be with winter coming. I should have time to do that because I'll be staying mostly indoors now. All right, so those work out. I don't know if I could can I put blinds? I guess I don't really need blinds. But all right. So that looks pretty good. So let's do trying to get a good view for the TV stand. All right, I guess this will have to there we go. trying to get that outer wall taken down so I could see. I was combining TV stand with C right there. Completely butchered that. Anyways, let's see which one. I think that's kind of appropriate. It may look a little far away, but I don't think it's too bad. So this person probably doesn't watch a lot of TV, I'm gonna say. Maybe like to spend time outdoors more, or go skiing or something like that. Because this is, like I said, this is a snowy escape one. Do the penguin TV, obviously for a kid's room, but still, you get the idea. Actually, I'm gonna try a different stand because that one only lets you center stuff in the middle. I'm gonna be able to put some Christmas decorations on it, like cards or something. Let's try this one. It's a little bit newer than I thought, but we can give that a shot and see. I'll pull it off the wall a little bit. Guess we'll stick with the dark color. Let me see. Do I want to do shelves? I think I'm going to do 2 shelves up in the corner. Of course, these aren't going to be special by any means. They're just going to be everyday. Actually, no. I'll tell you what, we're going to do 1. And then we'll put a painting to the left there instead. Let's see if I can get this to work right. We're going to shrink these bad boys down. Put up there as decorations. Of course, we'll find some Christmas cards. Those are Valentine's Day. Don't want Valentine's Day. There we go. That works. And then we'll put the TV here. All right. Oh, we're gonna have to get a little creative here with this because it's not letting me. So of course it's gonna look like it's floating until we put the stand in place. All right. I just want to make sure the TV wasn't like peeking out to the wall there. I may move that over just a hair. It was slightly off center. right, there you go. All right. Haven't saved it for a while, so we're going to do a quick save here. So I was talking to my family back home out near Pittsburgh, and they were saying that I guess some places got like an inch or 2 inches of snow. We didn't get anything here in eastern PA. We got rain. It's been rainy all day, so it's one of those days where you sit in and do nothing. I was actually working on a couple other builds. I've been working on a couple other builds, I should say, because I've been trying to do more than just the two that I do a week. I like to do at least three or four. I try to do three or four, but between work and everything like that, I come home and there's some days I just don't feel like turning on my console or touching my computer or anything like that. I just want to crash down and go to sleep. I think it's just the daylight savings time crap too, because usually now it's you come home and it's dark out, and you go to work it's dark out, so it's just a little depressing. But it's the way it is. I know, of course, PA is one of those states that still does the whole daylight savings time thing. I don't know if they're eventually going to do away with that. There's talk about them doing away with it. I'm not sure what's going on with that. If it has to go to to the House or whatever the state representatives, you know what I mean. So, I'll tell you what, we're going to move this out of the way because we're going to add some stuff to the shelf. And if there's anything there, it'll try and snap it to it automatically. And we don't want to do that. So, we want to be able to openly place stuff on the shelf without any issues. All right, so maybe this person likes nutcrackers. So we're going to put a nutcracker here and there. We don't want salt and pepper. Definitely don't want that on the shelf. These glass things are kind of neat. I keep forgetting to use these in my build, and I've seen people use them before. So we'll put those up on the shelf. Trying to think what else we want to put up here. Maybe throw some books up there, I guess. Trying to figure out what to put on that top shelf. I think we'll do books. Yeah, but anyways, I'm actually kind of ready for the snow. I've always been a big fan of it, and I like it more than the rain. Of course, that just means you have to shovel snow. I always tease my neighbor about that because he's an older guy. He's in the 70s, a Hispanic guy, really nice. He's always out there working on his car in the garage, tinkering or something. Kind of reminds me of my dad back in the day. Um, but anyways, yeah, he was out there working in his garage today when I went over to the convenience store down the street, and I was teasing him. He's like, "Yeah, it was snowing a little bit this morning," and I was like, "Yeah, at least you don't have to shovel rain." And he said, "That's very true." So, like I said, he's a nice older gentleman. He's the one that always brings me Hispanic food over when I cook out in the grill. Like I said, it could be 30 degrees out, and he's always cooking out in the grill, bringing me something, usually steak or some kind of chicken. And like I said, my apartment's like a basement level apartment, so um, it's just like right beside their house, and I can smell it just every time they cook out. So it's really good. Actually, gonna change this out. I think I'm gonna put, like I said, more Christmas related stuff. I know you guys are probably gonna be tired of Christmas related stuff, but not too much longer. A couple more weeks and we'll be done with it. We'll do the trees and the snowman. There you go. All right, and then we can move our table back, our TV stand. And like I said, I always check it just to see it's touching the wall because it's my OCD. But yeah, all right. So our little TV corner's done. Let's see what else. Actually, you know what? I think I might. There's a little bit of room there. There's not a lot of seating here, obviously, or a lot of room for seating, I should say. I'm just trying to see what else. I'm trying to figure out in my head what else I want to put here. I do want to put some additional stuff there. But again, I'm just not sure what. I think I'll probably put a chair like in this corner. Just something for reading, I guess. Again, I'm not sure which one I want to use though. Ooh, that's pretty gaudy. And I guess we could. I don't know if that's gonna fit. It's gonna be too big or not. Because I do want to put a coffee table here in the center. I guess we could. I guess that'll work. All right, let's see. Let's see which coffee table I want to use. Let's see what they have for the get together pack. Ooh, that's actually perfect. I like that. And rugs. Let's see what we can find for rugs. Especially having hardwood floors. Like I said, I have tile in my apartment now, and it gets cold pretty fast unless I have rugs down. Let's see what else I got. I don't have my heart set on that one. I do like it, but it's not like something that I want. I kind of like that because it has multiple ones. Yeah, I don't know why, but I think I kind of like that one. Let's see. Do centerpieces. That's springtime. We don't want spring. We want Christmas. There you go. All right, so we got our little living space there. Let's. I don't know if I could fit a fireplace in there. A fireplace would be ideal, actually. But like I said, I don't know if it's gonna fit. Maybe too big. I kind of like. I always like using this one. I don't know why, but I think this one's kind of. This fits this house perfectly. Has that cozy country cottage feel to it, you know? Look, they're solid gold. And yeah, I know that lamp's in the way. I gotta move that over. I want to see these while we're doing this. I want to see how much space we have as far as that ladder goes. Can I move that over a little bit? Because like I said, the Christmas tree is gonna go. Yeah, that's our space there. Unfortunately, is kind of restricted because the Christmas tree is going in that corner. That's kind of a nice thing too. If you don't really intend to play this house, you can actually just set it up and decorate it like I've been doing. I know I was talking to somebody on Twitter the other day, back and forth, and there's another creator that does builds, and she was saying that she doesn't. She's like, I can't remember the last time I actually played like the challenges and stuff because it does have like challenges and things you can do, but a lot of people just use it for the building purposes, you know. She fits perfect. Wish I had a train to put under the tree. I kept telling my coworkers when we were putting up our tree in our office, we have one that actually attaches to the window or to glass. It's actually kind of interesting. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I was like, it's not too bad. But I would still prefer a regular tree just because you can put a train up underneath it. I was gonna buy one, but obviously, kind of threw that idea out the window now. I mean, I guess I still could in reality and just run it in the office. I actually thought it'd be kind of funny to do that. That way, you can just pass notes along to people, just put it on the back of the train and push it through the office and do it that way. I'm sure the owners probably would not like that though after time. I should say over time. I know I was at Target the other day too, and I saw I think it was a Jurassic Park. It was the '92 Jeep Sahara, Jeep Wrangler, and I was gonna get that because it's a remote control. and just drive it around the office. Put a little camera on it, scare the crap out of people. I'm sure some people probably wouldn't appreciate it, but well, what can you do? All right, let's finish off this living room because we're just about done with it. I think we're gonna hang up some Christmas decorations. I don't know if it's a good fit above the door or not. You probably. There we go. All right. I think. I wish you could do like like a third person or first person camera view of everything. So, but yeah, that's the living room. I think we're done with it. I may change something color wise, the color schemes, but I think overall it looks pretty good. I'm just not sure which one I want to go with. Go with the gold. I don't think we used that one yet. But yeah, that is the living room. We're done with that. So we're gonna do a quick save and move on to the kitchen. I think compared to last week that house we did was massive. It was like 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It was huge. We didn't even put a dent in that the first. It took us two. I think it took us 2 weeks of building to do that, or not continuously, every day for 2 weeks, but Sunday and Wednesday. So let's check and see. So we actually are coming up on our first hour, and like I said, I usually take a break within an hour. Otherwise, my legs cramp up, and then it's just like when your foot falls asleep, you go to get up, and you like fall and bust your ankle pretty much. But anyways, before we start the kitchen, I'm gonna take a quick 5 minute break, and I'll be right back. Guys, we're back. So I went outside to see what it was like out to see if it stopped raining yet, and I was putting my shoes on, and I heard this meowing like crazy, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" I thought I was going crazy. Here's my landlord's cat. It was hiding beside my back door, trying to get in, I guess, upstairs to her place. So she thought she could squeeze in. She did that before. She would like run. She would sit down there and wait until I'd open the door, and then like run in. And I don't know where she expected to go, but yeah, she just like darted in there. All right, so what we're doing here is, like I said, this is going to be, believe it or not, this is going to be a bathroom, and we're just going to put a shower and a toilet in here. There's not going to be any sink, which is kind of weird, I know. But anyways, that's what we're gonna do there. So let me see. I probably should have put the windows in when I was doing this, and I didn't do it, only because I didn't want to get too ahead of myself with everything. So let's see. I'll probably use this, and we'll stick with this one. I'm just trying to see here where everything's going to be laid out. So I think, based on my little notes that I have and my sketches, it's funny because when I do these, like I say, usually pull up ideas off Pinterest or something like that. But anyways, I also have like graph paper, which I don't think too many people probably use that anymore, to be honest with you. But anyways, I usually graph everything out and kind of lay it out that way. A little old school, I guess you could say. All right, let's see here. What else do I have? All right. Do one more. Because I think we're going to put the bathroom door like right here, obviously, so they can get in there. So what we'll do is we'll put one more cabinet. Sorry about that. I wanted to adjust my headphones, my headset, I should say. All right, calm down, controller. Don't get too excited. So there's our outer piece. And we're going to put the door in before I forget, because I will end up forgetting to do that. I like those. Those look antique. I wonder if they have a skeleton key with them. That's kind of funny. Anyways, let's see. How do I have... I can't remember where I have the sink. Do I have the sink set up? Let's see if we can do placement there without any issues. Sometimes we need to use that move free tool. It doesn't cooperate sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't like it. And our sink. Let's see. So we're not gonna do curtains or anything in here. We're just gonna put up something holiday. We'll put garland up there instead. Have to shrink it down a little bit. There we go. I can't remember what I wanted. I think we used gold. You know what? It doesn't have to be exactly the same. We can adjust that just a little bit. All right, there we go. So let's see where I can. I know there's a couple things I bought when I bought the Parenthood pack. They had some cool new kitchen stuff. So I'm gonna put a drying rack. I don't know if I can. Let's try something here. Let's try the old floating object trick and see if that works, because I want to be a little bit closer to the sink, but I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Oh, it's going to be really, really picky here. All right, so we're going to have to get really creative with this, because it's not letting me put it right where I wanted to put it. Let's see here. We can. All right, well, maybe this isn't going to work out the way I thought it would. We'll just put it there for now. That's fine. Like I said, if I decide to change it down the road, we can definitely do that. So, all right, let's move this light out of the way. I guess I should put something on the wall because I'm not sure. I wasn't sure exactly which one I was going to use. Like I said, we're going to go back to the Parenthood one. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of hooked on these new ones because they look really cool. I like these a lot. So we're going to use black, and that's a little A little different than usual, but that's okay. I'm just trying to see if I can remember what the rest of the kitchen has. I think the rest of the kitchen is the same, to be honest with you. I don't think I really changed too much on it. I kept it pretty much the same. So we're going to do that throughout the kitchen. I kind of like that. Actually, I don't kind of like that. I do like that. All right. What counter? I should say, what kitchen cabinets did I use? Ooh, a little snug. Yeah, those are a little big. I have to move this over. I guess we could have it like right up against the cabinet. All right, there we go. That's better. So I didn't really think that this corner cabinet would be so big, but it looks a lot larger than I thought it would. So let's go back and which one? There you go. Yeah, I don't really use that plates one too much. I should have used it more often, but I guess I didn't use it too often. So I do like that though. Oop, there a corner end piece? Why isn't that gonna let me set it there? That sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I wanted to put that. I wanted to have there an end cap there. All right. Well, I guess that's too big. I don't want to put that there. All right. So I guess we're just gonna keep going with this. All right. So it doesn't look bad. It's pretty solid. I'm gonna do a save so I don't lose my stuff. My luck could have an issue like last week. Last week was just a disaster because we had an issue with an update that I ran and it caused a problem with the game itself. So I had to go through and try and restart the game like twice or three times, and it did not want to cooperate. But I was slowly but surely able to get the stream done, but I wasn't happy with it at all. I went on Twitter to find out if anybody else was having issues that, of course, plays The Sims, and he said a couple people were experiencing difficulty with an update that ran. Red. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the color scheme for the cabinets. Let's see if I can use one of those short ones for above the. I should say one of these half ones for above the sink or the refrigerator. I know when I was growing up, our kitchen had something like this too. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, my mom even put in there because she could barely reach it. She always had to have my dad get it, or she was always trying to stand on a stool trying to get something out of there. So I know they have a wine rack, but I don't think they call it that. They call it something else, obviously, because they're not gonna promote uh, alcohol in this game. I want to do a little bit clutter in here. I'm not going to do a lot just because it's a pretty straightforward kitchen. Ooh, this must be new too. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that must have came with the, I'm going to say the Parenthood pack maybe, because there's a lot of new stuff in that pack, and I'm glad I bought that because there's a lot of interesting items for sure. I don't know if it's so when you usually pull stuff out of the menu like this, it usually gives you the default size, but sometimes I don't know, it just doesn't look like it doesn't look right for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. Throw the paper towels back there. All right, so that doesn't look bad. That's pretty good so far. I'm just trying to think. All right, we have a lot of space to cover with this. I didn't really realize that this was going to be such a big kitchen, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to think. I mean, we could keep this wall open. I think that's probably best. Maybe. But in the same sense, I guess we could put a work island. I really don't want to do that though, because I thought it'd be just too much for the house itself. I guess I should put some floor tile down too, because I didn't put anything down yet. So let's see. I could go with all stone like that, but it's too natural. Yeah, that looks good. All right. So let's throw a trash can down here. All right, so that's gonna go into the bathroom. All right, let's figure out this. I'm gonna move these lights out of the way just because they're kind of getting in the way, I should say. A little dark over in this corner for a minute, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Like I said, I didn't really want to do a work island. I usually don't work with the grid lines on just because they're kind of distracting, I think. So, but the thing is, these have to be turned in order to have like seating or anything right there. So is that even? See, this is where my OCD kicks in. It's not good. I should say undiagnosed OCD. I think it's just something that I think that I have that I really don't. I think it just drives some people crazy. All right. Oop. What are they having the Parenthood ones? They have those. They have anything for the get together one? I guess those would be okay. Those are better, I think. They have the black cushion on them instead. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I didn't think I was gonna really like that too much because I didn't want it to be this big of a kitchen. But all right, let's see what we can find. So weird. You have to clear the menu and then go back in and type it in again. All right, so that. Let's see what we can find in our wonderful clutter menu. So there's a set of glass candles that I've used before. I think in a previous build. You know, it's funny. There's one thing they never put on here was a toaster. I don't know why they never put a toaster on here. They have everything else but that for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, holiday fruitcake. Put that on there as well. Like someone was chowing down on it. Yeah, I wish I could find those certain candles. And like I said, I'll probably end up finding it later on when I'm not expecting it. Or I should say find them when I'm not expecting it. Where the hell are they? What is that? Oh, interesting. Ah, there we go. I was looking for that earlier for on top of the fridge. Gotta hide that from the kiddos. Put two of them up there. All right. Well, you know what? I can't find them. And like I said, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time looking for one specific object. So we'll use that. All right, so this is going to be I could say the cooking side. I know that's a lot of running back and forth. I don't know why I did it this way, but stupid me did for some reason. Oop, that's weird. I'll probably have to adjust that a little bit just because of the stove going in there. All right, so they don't have a specific one to use. Kind of like that one. It's kind of old and rustic, and I think the handles match that pretty well, so we're gonna go with that one. It's actually a lot nicer kitchen than I really thought, to be honest with you. Oh, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta change your game plan. All right, let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Guess we could use that. Okay, good. I was worried it's gonna come through the floor. Sometimes those tall items like that, depending on the height, they will peek up through the floor. It makes them look kind of weird. Unfortunately, the stove being there kind of has to go into the wall a little bit. All right, cool. Okay, that works out. So let's put a vent there above the stove. Which one? I think that one. Actually, no, that one. And that color match is pretty good. Yeah, that's so messed up because you gotta clear it out and then go back. I hate that. Yeah, so we're not gonna sift through everything. Is that screen separation? Oh, that's for something else. All right. Well, let's try that again. Why is that not? There has to be something with pots in there. I don't know what it is with EA. Their search feature on a lot of their games sucks so bad. We'll do some little tea things here too, by the way, since we have a little extra space. Let's see if we can try and get this lined above the work island there. Yeah, see, it peeks to the floor now. So I don't know if we can use that one. I think it might be too tall. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna fuss with it because it's just gonna be a problem down the road. So let's just go back to miscellaneous. As always, I usually throw mail on the counter just to make it look a little realistic here. I know they have cooking pots here. I just gotta find the damn things. Oh, there you go. I don't know why it is, but I always like to use the dark red one. All right, I don't know if I want to put a cabinet there because it'll defeat the purpose of the spice rack and stuff. I know they don't have one though. No, maybe we can fit one there. Actually, you know what? No, we're just gonna leave it there blank because it's gonna look crowded if we put something else in there. Let's try chef. There's got to be something for. Here we go. We just gotta shrink these bad boys down a little bit. There we go. All right. So our kitchen, I think, is pretty much complete. I'll throw up a couple pieces of garland there above the doorway as I usually do for Christmas. Just gonna put it right there. I don't have like mistletoe or anything like that. I think they would. So I'm gonna put a. Not that really anybody's gonna see this because they're going into the bathroom. Put a wreath on the door. All right. So I think we're good with the kitchen. Spin it around and take a bird's eye view. That's what it looks like. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Despite the little hiccup of me overestimating the size of it. So, all right, let's try and figure out this bathroom because this is going to be interesting. So let's all right. So I don't want to use anything from that pack because it's way too dark. I think we'll just go with that. We'll keep it simple. I like that. Like I said, this is just going to be a toilet and a shower, which I know in reality that makes no sense. At least we'll be able to see some of the stuff that we were able to put in here because sometimes when you have very small rooms, and I've said this before, when you have very small rooms like this, it's very hard to see certain items on the wall. There we go. All right, let's see how we can do this shower. We're gonna do a bird's eye view with this because this is gonna be interesting. All right, so we're going to keep that one little light there. All right, I was wondering why it was all blue over here for a minute, and just realized it's just the shadow from the snow. So, anywho, all right. So we're going to probably use... I don't know if this is going to fit. This might just work. Huh, look at that. Okay, that works. Kind of gives you privacy right here at the wall and everything, too. So that actually worked out nicely, I think. Excuse me, guys. All right. So anyways, let's... Why does that damn door have to be in the way? That makes no sense. All right. Ah, it's driving me clinically insane. Stop it. All right. Well, like I said, that's short lived because that's a very small bathroom. But like I said, that works out fine. I can get into the door there and use it. So it's not really a waste of space. It's definitely building 101 for confinement, that's for sure. And we're just gonna keep the tile that ran. Actually, no. I don't like doing that. I don't like. I mean, in the living room and stuff, yeah, that's fine. But like, I don't know. It's just me being weird. We'll put that in there. All right, so that's done. Let's figure out what to do with this lighting for this kitchen. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what I planned out for that. I don't think I really had a game plan in mind. But we're gonna see. Keeping consistent with this. See what sort of lighting they have, if anything. I do have chandeliers. That lighting sucks though. That's for sure. You know what? We're just gonna stick with these little saucers as soon as it decides to load. That's probably the best option for that. Those usually work out really well. So, but looking good so far. We are doing pretty well under 2 hours. I like that. All right, let's take a look at this bedroom. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna do this, but we are gonna do it. I was just looking to see what the windows would look like because I'm not really sure. Actually, I might put a small one here for the bathroom because that's a very tight space and there that goes again with that stupid. I have no idea why it does that. That's so weird. It like randomly spawns like thousands of windows for some weird reason. I have to go through and delete them. I don't know why. Again, I think it has something to do with the move objects cheat that's turned on. And like I said, I think I did talk to somebody before and they said they had issues with it too. So again, I'm not sure why it does it. It just likes to do it. Look, there's one. Oh, that's so. So there's one floating out there. Nice. Uh, anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna do. I literally just wanted to put this in the bathroom. That's all I wanted to do. All right. Let's do some adjusting. Oh, see, I spoke too soon because now it's gonna be a pain in the neck. All right, there we go. Yikes! All that just for a window. Anyways, all right, let's take a look at this upstairs because again, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what I had planned for this. Um, I was thinking probably should put the windows in just because it's gonna be really a pain if I don't. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's swing around to the front here. I'm gonna lower that roof just a little bit. We may come back to that, but anyways, let's see. Like I said, I usually hate doing windows just because of they could be a pain in the arse. Yeah, it's funny because it like places them where I think that I would actually place them, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny. I mean, their placement isn't bad. I will say that. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take a look at this before I delete these because we might actually. Yeah, see, some of the placement isn't bad. Except this one. This one I want to move over. Let's look at these ones over here to see. I can't tell. That's the thing too. Based on the time of day, it's really hard to see. I mean, it's probably as close as we're gonna get, to be honest with you, as far as matching goes. But we'll just bring these little guys over here and place them. Like I said, I think I might just leave them there because that actually isn't bad. Plus, we want lots of light for sure. So, all right. Well, that made the task at hand a little bit easier. That's for sure. So we're gonna stick with the hardwood floors up here. I just want to see something. I wanted to check in the living room. Okay, never mind. So my apologies. I was looking at something. And I was like, do I want to change that? Do I not want to change that? Do I just let it be? Anyways, let's. So I think I want to do another brick wall as an accent wall. So obviously, if this one here is brick, we probably should keep it consistent. And that we can fix right there. That's just a little oopsie daisy. So, all right. Well, let's throw some drapes up on these bad boys because that's what we do. So glad that they have that feature with like shrinking stuff down and enlarging stuff because it makes it so much easier when choosing the right ones because there may be ones that you like but they're not the right size. We're gonna move these just below that trim up there at the ceiling. If you saw that, I was just kind of putting that window right on that line. I think that's probably the best option, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna go around and do these to all of them because I wanna. All right, and we're just gonna grab these and just throw them up as well. Not sure what to put in this little corner here. I'm thinking probably maybe a little workstation, like a computer desk or something. That's why I don't like when you get so close to the top of the screen there. It grabs the items like the eyedropper tool and stuff like that. So, all right. So I'm thinking we put the. God, this is a lot of space. I didn't realize it was big. Wow. All right. Let's see what we got. And no, I don't have any idea how they got the bed up to that ladder hole. This had to be brought in when the house was built because there's no way they would have got that in there beforehand. I'm just curious to see which bed they actually gave with that. Why is that listed under beds? That doesn't make sense. At least you got a matching bed suite or suit, I should say. Excuse me, suit, not suite. Oh, which I always forget to use that objects by function tool because it basically just gives you a list of the items. That looks hideous. I don't like that. Which one to use? Use those, I guess. And those look too modern. Oh well, that's okay. Like I said, I really do like these historical photos, which I think we use this one downstairs, so we're gonna change it as soon as I place it on the wall there. I think we use that down in the living room or somewhere. There we go. All right, so let me see what other items to include this because kind of kind of stumped after realizing that this room was actually going to be larger than I thought it was. I guess that matches. That's pretty darn close, to be honest with you. All right, so I haven't decided if this is going to be a guy's house or a girl's house. I'm thinking the last one we did guys, so I think we're going to do this one for girl. And the only reason I say that is because I want to pick out certain stuff for the room. Which I know guys wear cologne and stuff, but it's a little different. Anywho, so let's put that. We'll put a nail care kit. Maybe she likes to do her nails. I hate to say this, and I probably shouldn't say this, but that looks like a. That does not look like a nail file. It looks like a pregnancy test. Probably not a good thing to put on there. Of course, you never know. Maybe she's prego. That's gonna be too big or not for on top of that dresser. Oh no, that fits. That actually looks good. That fits perfectly. Maybe she likes purple. We'll keep the purple theme going. Except for the bed sheets, they're green, so she's gonna have to deal with that. Anyways, all right, moving right along with that. Let's find a rug for the center of the room. Usually I do the rugs last, just because. I don't know how I feel about these. Not a fan. I think I'm gonna stick with the rustic ones like this because they look more suited for this house. Just not sure which color. We'll go with the blues, I guess. What the heck? All right. Anywho, let's. Put one of those down. There. Maybe she likes to keep her clothes organized as far as what to wash and when. I want to pull these lights from down here because I do like these a little bit. Why? What's going on with that wall? Oh. Yeah, it's so weird it does that. So every so often it like glitches and there you go. So I think I'm gonna put these across this wall to give a little extra. What's the word? Ambience? Is it ambience? That lights up the room pretty well. So I think I'm gonna put like I said, put a desk over there. This is a lot of empty space. I'm not really sure what to do with that, to be honest with you. I mean, we don't really have to put anything there, I guess. But in the same sense, you kind of want to use it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's see what we could find. Nope. Let's do floor lamps. Let's see what we can find in there. That's too big. I don't like that one either. We'll give her a reading corner. Maybe she likes to read books or something. So which one to do? It's an interesting chair, I will say that. So I know they have. I can't remember if it was sewing or sewing kit. There we go. Maybe she likes to sew as well. We'll give her a sewing kit. Actually, we'll give her a couple of them. Keep her stuff organized. Need to find something to throw in this wall. Question is, which one do we want to put up there? Almost looks like a Thomas Kincaid painting. Painter of Light. They want to get rid of this one, obviously, except it makes no sense to have two of them there. Bring that out just a little bit. All right, there we go. So she has a little corner to knit or do something there, I guess. They have a little footstool. I know they have them here because I used them for another build recently. Of course, which one do you think she would like? Just going around in circles here trying to figure out which one. I don't like white. I hate white. I don't know, Sally, I think that's gonna be the choice though. Damn it, I don't like that color. Just kind of a waste of space when people paint their rooms white. All right, so there's that. Let's figure out what to do with this corner. So, like I said, I'm thinking maybe a little workspace. Maybe she works from home. We don't know. So as far as the story goes for this one, this is obviously somewhat different than our previous build. So I wasn't sure what to really what to do with this as far as a storyline goes, because I didn't really have anything in mind. Like I said, it's gonna be a single person, obviously. I mean, you could fit two people in here, but it's gonna be very tight. And the bathroom really isn't made for two people. It's nice to see that everything matches too. I'm always a stickler about that kind of stuff. give her a better brand laptop than just affordable, because usually affordable means it's going to be slow as hell. What diploma? Why is that? That's really weird. Maybe she has an advanced degree in something we don't know. Maybe she's very intelligent. We don't know that. That she very well could be. She could be a doctor or just somebody that just wants a small place and nothing to worry about otherwise. Because usually when you live in a large house like that, you got a lot to worry about. It's funny. I think this would be like the ideal place for me because of one person, one little area. That's it. You know what I mean? Not a lot of space. I would be more than satisfied with this house. Hmm. I've got really a lot of colors to go with on that. These are what I was looking for. These awards or certificates. I'm not really sure what they are, but all right. Well, that's gonna have to do. I don't want to fuss around with that too much. It's funny. I think the one thing we didn't really put in this house was plants. I don't think we put too much in here, to be honest with you. Let's see what we can find. These are mostly outdoor things. There you go. Keep it easy. There you go. All right, let's give her some holiday stuff because, like I said, this is technically a Christmas build, so not gonna lie, I'm pretty much gonna put these on all the windows. I think just because the rest of the house is pretty low key when it comes to Christmas stuff. Plus, I think it would be a little bit harder to get Christmas stuff up that ladder to this spot, anyways. Yep. It's funny when the screen adjusts, it bumps you down a little bit. Whoa. Okay, I'll say that was really weird. I know that's a lot of garland probably, but so we're gonna put a couple of these setting out. Maybe that's her. She doesn't have a lot of storage space, so maybe she's just getting ready to finish putting her Christmas decorations away. I just figured I'd put one of those down there too, so to make it look realistic. All right, you know what? We're not gonna worry about that too much because. All right. So the good news is I think we're done with the bedroom. Like I said, we're not gonna go hog wild with it, but looks pretty good to get rid of some of this lighting. Maybe there's not good ventilation. We'll give her a ceiling fan because it's probably a little warm up there. And the nice thing is if that is peeking through the ceiling, you can't see it because the roof's there. Of course, that's the problem. Then when you make little adjustments like that, you have to resize it. All right. Well, there we go. Bedroom's done, looking good. So I think, with the exception of the exterior, which we're going to move on to next, which honestly is just basically us picking that and doing the little patio over here as well. So I think I have an idea. This is going to be very simple because it's wintertime. It's not going to be a lot of stuff out here. You know, maybe she takes her stuff in and stores it somewhere. So there was a little wood storage thing there I saw. It was like a little hut that had like wooden logs and stuff in it. I'm not sure where. There's those candles I was talking about. Now we found them. I don't know, maybe that's on a hidden menu instead. Maybe it's not out. I'll have to see if I could find that later on before I upload this to YouTube because I know there's something. Hmm. Actually, let's see if we can find an outdoor retreat. They usually have some pretty good outdoor stuff. Actually, maybe it's under here in Snowy Escape too. Like I said, it's one of those things that I know I'll find once the stream is over. Like, I found it. Hmm. Is that it? No, that's a little gazebo. Yeah, do you think I can find it for the life of me? Heck no. Oh well. Anyways, I'll have to see if I can find it off screen. It looks like a little shanty, but it has like wood built up inside of it, like a place to store wood for the winter. Like I said, do you think I could find it? No. All right, let's outdoor retreat. Let's see what we got here. A little fire pit there. I'm just placing these down. I'm gonna move them around here in a minute. But they were items that I wanted, so I don't want to have to go back through and search them again. Like I said, this is good. This patio is not going to be really extensive, to be honest with you. It's going to be very simple and very straightforward. Give her a little garden for when it thaws out in the springtime. All right, so I think that's good enough. I did put these little stone walkways I found. I found these in the debug menu. I thought they were really cool. Let's do, before we start putting on the siding, probably should put a little railing up here. I'm not sure which one. Some of these you have to really look at because like that one definitely does not. Let's go back to the there we go. That works. I like that. And then we're just gonna leave this in the front open. I'll put some holiday stuff out here. Yep. What do you mean there's nothing? Oh, I forgot to clear that off. Every time I see these little nutcrackers, it reminds me of the scene in Home Alone with the pizza delivery guy or anybody that comes to the house. They just ran into that stone statue. It was there. I always thought that was pretty good. A little snowman. I'll try and fit some packages there as well. There you go. Oh, there's actually a wreath on there already. Well, we're going to copy that because I want to use it for the windows. I'm just going to set that there for a minute. I want to see, I forgot to put flooring down on the porch. It's funny because now I remembered about it. So I'm thinking some kind of stone. There you go. That kind of matches the steps. If you I don't know if you could really see it. It's hard to see because of the steps, but it has stone right there. So I think that'll match pretty good. All right, so we got our holiday stuff up there. I don't know if you could actually fit garland around here. Could do it around the door, maybe. I'll shrink that down a little bit. There you go. Awesome, that looks good. So I'm gonna put wreaths, I think, on the windows to give them that holiday aesthetic. I think we're just gonna put them in the front. We're not gonna put them on every single window because that would just because you really can't see them when you're on the back of the house. So I think we'll do those. I guess we could do the side ones too, like at least on this side. But like the actual back of the house here, I don't think we're gonna do that. Like here we could put one if it's gonna let us, which it probably won't. Yeah, I don't know if it's too far. If you look close, you can see it's pushed away from the window, and it won't let me put it on there. So we're just gonna stick to this. Like I said, this side we're gonna kind of leave that. And I think the back of the house we're gonna stick with we're gonna do an accent, I think, on this wall too. Yep. Now see, this is one of the things that I didn't take into consideration is how low this or how high that roof was. I don't know if I can move that window down a little bit. Yeah, I don't like that. That's okay. I don't like it that close to the sink. I think that looks okay. See, I don't know if that's supposed to be. We may have to go in there and adjust the drapes and stuff because I don't know if those are going to make a difference. It does a little bit. Some of those windows we may have to adjust just a hair. Yeah, see when you click on them, it automatically does it for you. Some of we could probably get away with, no worries. That just means sometimes we have to adjust the curtains. All right, let's. I wonder if there's a small window we can put up there at the peak of the. Kind of wish there was like a small circle one that they had. Actually, you know what? We'll put a vent up there because maybe there's bad ventilation and it gets really hot in that room. So all right, now comes the fun part. Let's figure out what kind of siding we're gonna put on here. I'm not sure exactly which one I am gonna go with because I kind of want this to look like a little cottage type setup. So I'm thinking maybe one of the wood ones that came with this pack, but again, I'm not sure how well it's gonna look. So this will be the moment of truth, I guess you could say. Okay, I do like that. That looks really cool. It turned out nice. Question is, can we find the right shade? We may end up changing these spindle things, or at least the color. There we go, to match the rest of the house. Because I think I am going to go with that. Hopefully I don't forget any of these because there are a couple of them. By a couple, I just mean right in the corner. Of course, we'll have to change the porch too. I'm glad that everything coordinates so nicely because sometimes you get these things and they're just like, okay, you don't have colors for one, but you have colors for the other. And I do apologize in advance too, guys. My neighbor's dog is at it again with barking. It's just been like an ongoing thing. It's crazy. Some days it just you don't hear a peep out of the thing, and then all of a sudden it doesn't let up. That's the funny thing. It's like a little yippity dog, but I can still hear it in the corner of my ear. It's like I know it's doing it. I know it's barking. I've never really said anything to them about it just because I don't want to start a whole ruckus. You know what I mean? Because they are my neighbors and whatnot. So I figure I'd just let it go. One day it becomes a problem and it's nonstop, then I'm gonna be that person. Grouchy old man yelling at clouds, as they say. Okay, you kids, get off my property. Alright, let's fix these. So apparently you can't change the color of this specific one for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. Why did that not let me change it? What are you guys doing here? Come on. Alright, there we go. Much better. Let's see if I could find this pattern to match over here. And I'm telling you what, this is actually working out a lot better than I thought it was, to be honest with you. I thought this was going to be a pain to try and pick out a pattern, but I figured the whole country cottage aesthetic for this place is actually working out quite well. Huh. You know what? That doesn't look half bad. In the words of Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber, I like it a lot. So we're gonna go with that. Oh, see, it took away my brick in the front there. I just gotta go through and fix that now, because that was my stupid fault. I forgot to hold down on that, because when you do that, it covers the entire thing, unless you hold down the R1 button. Color within the lines. I love how they come up with these great names for these things too. They're great. Telling you what, this looks good. I'm really happy with this build. I'm not just saying that because I made it. I'm just saying that because it looks good. I'm just doing a quick one over here to make sure that I got everything. I think those windows are just bothering me like to no end for some weird reason. Yeah, I can't do that because of the roof. That sucks. All right. So I think the other thing we have to do is put up the Christmas lights and do the foundation, which we're going to do right now. Find the right one to match. Foundations. Let's see if we can find a stone one. All right, so that's not exactly the right one. There we go. That's the right one. And of course, that little lip right there is just snow that's sitting on top of the edge, I believe. I'm gonna go through and double check that to make sure though, because that may be a piece of the platform, but I'm not sure. Let me check that real quick to see. Otherwise, it's going to drive me nuts. Somebody will point out, they're like, what's up with the white bar? Yeah, that must be just snow resting on top of there because it's not changing when I click on the. That's okay. You know what? That's fine for me. Let's see. Let's see which one of these we want to use. Yeah, I kind of need to see. See how that was close. I'm trying to get it right on that centerpiece. I don't know if I should do. I guess I should maybe do the rest of these too. I guess it makes only sense to put them on. So funny story about this while we're finishing this up because, like I said, we're about ready to wrap it up. Once I get these on, I'm gonna put the Christmas lights on, and we'll be good to go. My initial thought was when I was building this was it's gonna be an A-frame, and I could not get the roof pieces to line up properly. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I tried for about an hour and a half. I'm not even kidding you, and I know that sounds really bad, but I could not get them lined up properly. And I was like, okay, I gotta quit because it's gonna drive me clinically insane. And so I decided just to say forget it and be done with it. So I did. So long story short, we didn't get an A-frame. We got a kind of a rustic cottage type. But you know what? I think I like this better than the A-frame, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of putting these around the windows to finish off the aesthetic of it. I don't think I'm gonna put them on the back of the house. I think I'm just gonna put them on here. Yeah, 'cause you don't really see the back of the house, to be honest with you. But all right, so I'm gonna do a save because, like I said, we don't want to mess that up. Now, when it comes to lights, like I said, it's not going to be like the Griswold lights. But of course, I am going to add some stuff to it on the exterior just to make it look a little bit, to make it look a little bit festive. Trying to see what we can hang up here to make it look good. thinking, hang these. We do this. Oh, I guess that's gonna have to. It's gonna have to do because I don't want to mess it up anymore. Just trying to figure out which one I like the best. I'll go with that one. All right, so lights. Let's wrap this guy up. I'm gonna go with the typical icicle lights. I hope I get this right because I know. So funny story in the last build too. I the last one I did, I had so much. I had a little bit of problems with the lights because they weren't lining up properly, and I thought it looked like crap. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, you know what, this isn't bad really. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me being weird about stuff. I don't know if it's gonna let me. The problem is these porch ones could be a little bit tricky because of the. Let's see if I can. See if I can line these up just right, because otherwise it's gonna look like crap. It's not gonna look right at all. All right, that might work. Do we want to try and do that little gap here? Nah, that's gonna take way too long. We're just gonna fuss around with it, and it's not gonna look right. But I am gonna fix this. To make it look level with them. But like I said, we're not putting a lot of lights on there, that's for sure. It's gonna be very little, and that's pretty much it. Because like I said, I wish I had if I was doing this on PC, I could do the build tool and alter those and make them hang down at an angle there. But like I said, we're not gonna fudge with it because it's gonna just look goofy. But you know what, guys? I think we're done. I think we did pretty good with this one. This turned out really well. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Not overly Christmassy, you know what I mean, but it still has the holiday feel to it for sure. So, like I said, this kitchen was that was a little bit of a threw me for a loop there because of the size of it. I didn't expect it to be that big when I designed it. So, but this area I really like. I think this is kind of it's just like a little sitting area, stuff like that. So, but all right, guys. Well, like I said, that wraps up our Sunday Sims build. And I will, of course, get this edited on YouTube and uploaded probably tomorrow or Tuesday, probably early Tuesday morning, maybe tomorrow night. Depends how motivated I feel when I get home tomorrow night because it is Monday. But I want to thank you guys, of course, for stopping by and sitting here and listening to me ramble on and, say hello if you get a chance to jump into the chat. So uh, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, what's left of it. I know we're winding down here, back to work tomorrow. And then As far as schedule goes, I will be working on the second build this week and hopefully have that uploaded by late Wednesday night or Thursday. Like I said, we're gonna do two up until the Christmas season. It's usually gonna go house, then business, and house and business, stuff like that. Change it up a little bit. I may do a second house. I'm not sure. We'll keep it a surprise, maybe. But usually the second build is uploaded Thursday into Friday night. So also we're gonna finish up Resident Evil 2, the 1998 game, on Tuesday night at 7:30. We were finishing up Claire's Scenario B, so be sure to stop by YouTube and watch that. I'm kind of experimenting with the whole YouTube live thing, so I'm doing the Sims on Twitch and then a YouTube for some of my retro stuff and that. So be sure to stop over there and check that out. But anyways, I'm done rambling. Have a great night, guys. Be safe, be healthy, and we will see you back here Tuesday, or I should say on YouTube, on Tuesday at 7:30. Ciao.